This is literally the first Coach bag I've bought in about 25 years. Greetings, Luxe lovers, welcome or welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. Well, it's no secret to those who are familiar with this channel that the East-West trend has quite the hold on me and I have been obsessed. But this is a trend that actually brings me back to the 2000s, and here's a picture of me in 2008 sporting my trusty East-West that I used throughout grad school. And I think I even got this bag at TJ Maxx. It was definitely a no-name brand, so there's just a lot of nostalgia around this style, and I would love to bring it back into my life. I had no idea back then how trendy that bag would be today. So I have been on a quest for the best East-West, and I think I have a winner on my hands. So I made the leap to buy this as soon as I saw it, and shockingly, it's a Coach bag. So when I saw this pop up on Instagram, and it was in Coach's New York Fashion Week recently, and then it was available online, I just had to pounce. So we may be breaking new ground again on YouTube for a first long form video of an unboxing, what fits, mod shots, etc. So let's just jump right in. So first, as you can see, I got this from Dillard's, and at the point when I ordered it, Dillard's was the only website that even had this product, and since then I think a bunch of other retailers started carrying it. So I'm just going to dig right in because I am so excited. So here is how it comes. Wow, oh my gosh. This is literally the first Coach bag I've bought in about 25 years. It comes nicely packed, so we're just gonna dig right in. Whew, I just dropped it. So far, no dust bag, but we have a lot of wrapping. And here we have, whoa, the Coach Glazed Leather East-West Empire Carryall 34. And this is in the color Maple. So as you can see, there is a ton of wrapping. But I respect it. This is really well wrapped. And I like this already. Look at that. So you have the beautiful Coach New York stamping in gold. And as you can see, it is very shiny and crinkly. So they call this, again, the glazed leather. And here is on the bottom, genuine full grain leather. Sometimes I think it says glove tan leather. There was this one that I saw online, but I also saw some in black on another website. And this is just so pretty. And it's a good size. Let's take this off. We have this piece. Oh, here's the hang tag. Ooh, it smells really good. It smells like a baseball glove, basically. It's different than like Hermes leather, but in a way that I can't really explain. I guess maybe it's a little more treated because it has that glazing on top. So nothing was gonna happen to this baby in transit. And let's take off these styrofoam sheets. Look at that. Oh, that's really, really pretty. And it looks like this plastic is actually like in there. So this retails for $4.50 US. Oh, I love these rolled handles. I've always really liked the look of the Coach Empire like franchise and line, but on my small frame, the Coach Empire would just be like way too big. And also it kind of reminded me of a backwards looking Birkin, but I felt like in the East-West style, it kind of just hit differently. And what's funny is for the East-West style, it might not be for everyone. And I always jokingly say that the handles on East-West bags are kind of giving Easter basket, but like in the very best way. And if we open it up, so far so good. I really like this one. So it is packed to the gills. So let's take out all the stuffing. Oh, so I do get a dust bag, but it was inside. So that's actually really good to know. So here it is. Here is the inside. We have this little dog leash clip that is in the inside. We have one slip pocket in the back over here. It looks like I have a serial number And it is the story patch, they call it, and it's made of leather. And so inside it really just has that one slip pocket in the back. It feels good. It feels like a microfiber on the inside. So far so good. And in the full Empire, I never liked the fact that it had the attached zipper, because with a big tote, in my mind, I just want that tote to like fly open. But when you have a bag like this, which I'm not gonna put like laptops and stuff, I actually am okay with the zipper that kind of attaches at the end. And in fact, I'm gonna tuck the zipper in. I think it kind of looks a little silly like hanging out like that. So here you can see I put that tail into the bag, and now when I open it up, it ends at the end of the bag. But I can tell that by doing that, it does kind of decrease the amount I can open up the East-West bag. So I don't know, we'll see if I keep it like that, or maybe I keep the tail out. I wouldn't call it smushy. Like sometimes you saw the Empires and you definitely saw it being smushy. This is definitely like squeezable, but if I hold it like in the middle, it's not like the sides are smushed out. It definitely feels like a very thick type of leather. So far I think that's great. And here's what it looks like on the back. The straps look really good. I think the first thing I'm noticing is that this one might be a little wonky. I guess it's hard to see with so many straps, but there's like a little bit of a wonkiness with this one. So I don't know if that's a quality issue, but I would just say, like, you know, you can see that this has a little bit of a wayward stitch, whereas on these other ones, it's like very straight. So that's the only thing off the bat that I can see. And this brown is super beautiful. I also know that in the regular Empire, the burnished burgundy was like the big color, but I already bought a burgundy bag, and this brown color, I just didn't have in my collection. So this was like a total win-win-win. I don't actually see a crossbody strap, so I guess that's not a thing. And so when I think about the factors of why I bought this bag, I actually really wanted the body to be long, because I think on some East-West bags, it's like, I don't know, the proportions were just a little off. And if you saw the pictures of my old bag, it was like properly long. And I didn't want East-West bags that had the handles on the end, because then it would droop in the middle. And I really like the fact that these are more centered so that it really keeps its structure. But this leather is so thick and strong that I feel like this is gonna keep its structure no matter what. And I was also particular about the handles for an East-West bag, because I do think that by nature of this bag being long, you can fit a lot into it. And so for me, the handles, these are substantial. Like they definitely stand up on their own, and I like that, because there are some East-West bags where they're like flopping all over the place, or there's like little rings, and I don't know. I don't even know how like that's stored or how those would look over time. But I like the fact that, I guess in theory, these handles will just stay up. I know that the Alaya Lateco bag has the little loop to keep the handles together. I mean, I could easily fashion something together to keep the handles together, but these look pretty good. The only thing that's throwing me off is that weird seam on this one. Here, maybe you can see it a little more. It's a little more wonky over here. It's definitely gonna take up a lot of room in your closet though, because you're going to have to find a place where these handles can basically stand straight up, but they do feel like they will withstand the test of time and hopefully not droop. I got this in maple. To me, I felt like the black was a little too doctor bag, and they did come out with actually some more of the like the honey colors, and those are really pretty. But this I just felt like suited the trend, and it just fit a gap in my collection. There are the buckles in the back, but to me, I don't think it would look very pretty being open, because it's not like a Birkin where the sangles just like have a place to go. I don't know, I kind of like it tightened up, and I wouldn't at this point want to wing these out, but I guess you could. Another reason why I pounced on this was, to me, the price is right. Look, I get that this is not a trend or a shape for the ages, and for me, I rather spend just hundreds of dollars rather than thousands. And some of the other bags I was looking at were thousands of dollars, but when I look at this, I bought in at $450, and I think that is just the right amount of pricing for a really well-crafted East-West bag in this beautiful leather, beautiful color, a brand name that is so good, that I know it would have at least some resale value. And so that's why this was such a win. And if you're enjoying yourself so far, I'd love for you to consider subscribing. If you like extreme luxury product close-ups, thoughtful commentary, and the occasional YouTube debut unboxing, then you've come to the right place. All right, now let's see what fits. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of what fits. And just so you can see, I actually did end up taking off the protective packaging around these straps, and I did take them out. And what I wanted to show you was like just how much you could stretch out this bag once these straps were unbuckled from the inside. But just for demonstration purposes, you know, this comes out really, really wide. At its widest, you can get it almost like 13 inches wide. So if you needed to carry a lot of stuff, you could make this very, very broad. And that's the awesome magic of the East-West bag, is that it is deceivingly small looking, but you can actually fit a lot inside of it. And I wanted to show you kind of the downside of unbuckling this is that this strap looks a little wonky. So to me, this is a little unsightly, and I probably would never have it open. So to get it back in, I would just thread it through that strap, and you can see it coming out the other end. So there you go, it comes out the other end, and then you have to thread it through this back slit over here. And then on the inside, there is this buckle. And I will be the first to admit that this is very, very tricky and annoying. Open it up at your own risk. But I just wanted to show you how wide you could get your bag in theory. Because it has multiple holes, like a little belt, you are able to control how much slack your bag has. And here we are back to normal with this side buckled in. And I'll do that on the other side as well. And that's probably the last time I'll ever undo those, to be honest, unless I need to hold something really, really big. But I'll just start with the normal stuff. I have my phone, so we'll put that in here. And as you can see, my phone even like fits very comfortably, lying flat on the bottom with space to spare. We have my card holder, also in the bottom, and there is a ton of space. I have my Bulgari sunglasses. I love these, and this is actually the biggest sunglass case I have. So it's like super big, super bulky. I'll throw that in there, no problem. You could definitely play Tetris, but look at how much room there is on the side. Then I have my leather gloves. These are actually Hermes gloves. So you can see the Chandankra pattern. I bought these a few years ago, but these are like so beautiful. So we'll put them in the side. We'll tuck them in the side over here. Still a ton of room. I have my Kirigami card holder, the one from the Color Mania collection, and I actually put my key in here. So car keys in there. I actually brought a notebook, and this is my A5 notebook from Hermes. I just wanted to play around and see like what capacity could be like. That no, it doesn't fit, but I feel like if push came to shove, you could just say that that fits. So look at that. You definitely wouldn't be able to zip it, as you can see, but an A5 notebook definitely fits in and doesn't like ridiculously come up from the top. But I'm gonna take the A5 notebook out because I wouldn't normally want that. And so far so good. Like I could keep on going. I have 2 packs of tissues that I can put in here. So we got that. If we want to do some real talk, I have some diapers. So this could be a fancy diaper bag. All it requires is a little Tetris, but it seems to be fitting in. Check that out. And so then I can zip it up. And this is the world's fanciest diaper bag. And it is super solid, very hardy. And what's nice is, unlike like the Roe Margot, where you could see every lump and bump of the contents of that bag, this has so much stuff in it, but like the leather is so thick, nothing's like poking out. So I also kind of feel like you don't necessarily need an insert for this because the inside isn't that precious. So I'm gonna try new things in case people don't need diapers, obviously, but I love the fact that these fit in there. But like, here is an Hermes scarf, one of my favorite shawls, the Jungle Love shawl. This is cashmere and silk. Look at that. That fits right in. That's amazing. And even a water bottle. So look at that. There is nothing that this bag cannot fit. This to me is a total workhorse, and it is just like the clown car of handbags. So that is why I basically wanted an East-West back in my life. And I think that this is just a home run for the price, for the quality and the brand name and the color and the proportions. So A+, I am totally thrilled to add this to my collection. And also I think there is a lot of opportunity to do some fun bag charms. Check me out on Instagram if you want to see how I style this. I mean, there's a million ways you can style this with twillies and bag charms. Oh my gosh, I think that is going to be great. I wanted to talk about the other bags that I considered on my quest for the best East-West. I'll show you here, but I also tried on the Upcycled bag. And honestly, it wasn't great. If I had to pick one, it would be the medium size, to me, that had the best proportions. But the zipper was a bit sticky, and I didn't want to deal with any of that, especially for thousands and thousands of dollars. I definitely liked the Prada East-West, but again, multiple thousands of dollars. Actually, the Goyard St. Martin style bag definitely called to me, and that's a vintage style that I don't think they make new anymore. Of course, I definitely want the new shoulder Birkin 29. And I would certainly buy that if I was offered, but sometimes you just can't wait for things. And this definitely fits the bill in the meantime. I did consider the Jean Paul Gaultier shoulder Birkin, but I think that's 42 centimeters, and that is just so big. Like, to imagine something that's bigger in width than my Birkin 35 is just like way too huge for my small frame. And again, I did think about some intriguing Amazon options. Kate as well had a very interesting East-West bag, but the straps to me looked really weak, and that put me off. However, Tory Burch also had a very nice showing. All right, so let's do some mod shots. So here is what it looks like on me. Again, I'm about 5'1", a size 4 US. And the 34 centimeters across isn't so bad. Again, if this was like the regular Coach Empire, it would be like super big. But the fact that it's kind of cut in half doesn't look so ridiculous on my frame. So if I'm looking at you straight, I actually like the fact that this bag doesn't come out a lot from the side of me. So it's kind of has a slim profile. And then if you look from the side, it's not so overwhelming like the Jean Paul Gaultier shoulder Birkin, where it would be potentially like hitting people as you're going across. Like, it's actually kind of proportionate. So far so good. I'll give you all angles. And on the runway, they were showing this bag with the handles like folded and like under their arm. So it would kind of look like this. If I put it under my elbow, it's basically hitting my cheek. So I feel like that looks a little ridiculous. I would probably never hold it like this. I feel like I would never hold this like a football. It probably would only be on my shoulder or on the crook of my arm. And if I had a big coat on, I feel like this would go well as well. Or if I just wanted to hold it top handle, I could, and it wouldn't hit the ground or anything. Or I could hoist it on my back, like that. So as for my final thoughts, I am really happy with this bag. When I ordered it early, I didn't know if I was gonna keep it, but I am so thrilled with how much it holds, what it looks like, the quality of the leather, and for the price, to me, I'm able to satisfy my East-West quest. So thank you to those who've stayed with me to the end. Let us know in the comments if you're thinking of adding this bag to your collection. I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more of how I style this new baby in my day-to-day and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury unboxing playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!